Hello everybody, I have figured out that you must have heard a lot of great things from Maplestory 2. They have their Jody Squad. Jody Squad's whole job is just pushing the game, and I feel like the problems is what nobody talks about. And while the game is great and it's actually my main MMO, I am a toxic person, so I make a point to explaining the problems. So here is my top 9 of issues of Maplestory 2 that nobody has told you about. 9. Bit of a personal thing, but horribly annoying how they're pushing for Jody Squad. They're still handpicked and still only contain streamers and not actual community people. I have more respect for someone with great user-generated creation skills, house builders that we look up to, and top guilds than I do for a regular old gal that will be sitting there going, "Oh my god, the pretty trees." I feel like Jody Squad should serve the community more than they do serve being a walking ad, if that makes sense to you. Number 8. RNG gear. Especially trying to RNG your first purple from a normal dungeon. So here's how it works. You need a purple from a normal dungeon that on average drops in 30 to 50 runs. You can only do 30 runs a week, then a day, to get into hard dungeons. And hard dungeons kind of dish out epics like it's candy. In hard dungeons you can also disassemble the weapons that you got to eventually piece together your own weapon from weapon fragments, so the RNG is a bit taken out of there. So that first step is where most people get stuck on, and I've known quite a few people that have already done about 80 or more dungeon runs, only to get nada. Nothing. You can buy items from other players, but who wants to spend literally all of their money buying a weapon that they're gonna replace in less than a day, really, once they start running hard dungeons? It's really disappointing, and it's a fairly bad system, and something should be done about it. 7. Priest and Knight offhand do not give gear score. All of their gear score comes from their main hand, however this is not discussed in the game. The support classes are resorting in equipping ninja throwing stars to get into dungeons, because some people make the mistake of buying their offhand because it's purple and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get some more gear score, and their gear score increases by 0. So that is happening. Equipping a ninja throwing star is a bit of an exploit because it actually switches off all of your support skills, but you can switch back to your regular equipment when in the game itself, but you're undergeared entering it. So that is happening. There has been no acknowledgement from Nexon. This has been reported several times. They might just leave it. Would not surprise me if they do just leave it. 6. Style boxes. Especially the fact that common drops are not purchasable and that the regular store is abandoned in favor of them. So essentially what everybody thought a style box was gonna be is that it's gonna be 100 items, all with equal drop rates, including the special items from the store. And if you didn't get what you want, you could disassemble your stuff and you could buy what you want. Obviously by this point it would be more expensive because you're spending $3 a pop and you would probably need several items to get one item for a set. But nobody was too upset about that. What they did get upset about that is that actually it's 100 drops that are not available in the store that you get from disassembling the items that the style box dropped, and that the store items from disassembled loot box items that, you know, the loot box dropped are really expensive and exclusive. You cannot get them in the box itself, and if you're very, very, very lucky, you only spend $76 getting the witch outfit itself, not the weapons. The weapons are about extra $60. If you're unlucky, you're looking at a price tag of about $228. But here's where it gets fun. If you want an actual set
New mail has
from
arrived.
the style crate, you're looking about spending $1,200 for a 90% chance of getting a single item from the set that you wanted. So about $5,000 if you want the full set, and you still have to get lucky because there are no guarantees with RNG. And there's no style sets in the store at all. Literally everything that was in the closed beta crammed into the loot box. Right in there. Like fisted in there. And all of the questions about loot boxes are just getting dodged. It's all over the front page, all over the streams, just ignoring it. So yeah, a game where it's about looking pretty, you will not get to look pretty because pretty is behind RNG. You can still have fun in it though, but that was a great disappointment for me because I am not about to spend $1,200 to try and RNG a single item that I want. 5. Unprofessional communication that is sometimes just wrong. Most recent wrong thing coming out of Nexon is the fact that the new event requires you to pop 30 balloons to get a cape. That is not true. The game tells you that it is in fact a 60, and it is in fact a 60. Nexon America has weekly streaming, and they casually dismiss player concerns during it. It runs as unprofessional and honestly quite pointless. I expect actual communication from people in charge of communication, not to watch them fail at hard dungeons, which is what they're currently doing. It's like they actually wanted a career in streaming and not be a game dev, which is two separate things and should be kept as two separate things. So yeah, you're not gonna get any answers directly from them, and the communication that they're gonna post is gonna be often wrong. They have, during the friggin' Maplestory Royale and their closed beta, there has been times when they miswrote their live streaming starts, so people couldn't even be there. There have been quite a few times when they got the event details wrong. They get a lot of things wrong, and it is absolutely horrifying. And then when people complain, they go, bunch of whiny kids. So yeah, that is so much for their we're gonna communicate more. You're communicating more, you're just kind of communicating in the wrong way. Number 4. Exploits are being fixed in this game, so I'll give it that. But exploiters are never punished. Therefore, if you see an exploit happening, get into that action or feel free to miss out. Most recent untested event was Maple Monopoly. You would spend 3 daily tokens to roll your dice once. However, when you passed the full circle, you would get 15 back, and you actually would spend less than 15 going the full circle. This was changed 1 hour into the game. However, both me and my guildmates and lots of other people managed to outright make the event pointless by just finishing it in a day, when it was supposed to be a bit of a struggle to finish it. And I don't say, oh, ban these people, but when you catch something like that, you do a rollback as far as the event is concerned. Nexon's way of handling it was to send you 150 coins once you hit level 50. I have no idea why. Maybe they thought that everybody who hasn't exploited it must be a low-level person, which is not true. Some level 50 from our guilds arrived late and they're gonna receive no compensation. And I was actually level 44 because I was taking it really easy and really casual. Therefore, I gained 150 coins on top of finishing the whole event in 1 day. Therefore, I now have 2 slime outfit sets because I had nothing to do with it, so I just spanned an event, just spent an event field multiple times. So all of my alts are dressed now. Oh, hey.
I can't do
So yeah, that is a really wrong way of handling it. But we knew that they're not gonna handle exploits right from the point when Mushking Royale was happening in pre-release and prices were cash prices and people were using orbs and blocks together to deal instantaneous fatal damage. Like, if you do those two items at the same time, everybody in front of you just dies. And those people were not punished in any foreseeable way, and it took them a week to fix it. So yeah, see an exploit? Go for it. Number 3. Fair Fight. Fair Fight is currently downscaling level 60 players. The ones that really only get a few attribute points from leveling up, as no level 60 gear or content exist yet, so harshly that they're worse off than those that are currently level 50 in hard dungeons. This is making hard dungeons extra hard. I am a big believer in Fair Fight being required by the game, mostly because all other MMOs on the market make sure that you can't just queue for a random lobby dungeon and just like whoop and complete the dungeon for other people in like 1 minute. No, you're supposed to let other players experience content the way that it was meant to be experienced. World bosses by now are actually not that big of an issue. If it's a popular world boss, it's gonna be dead in 2 minutes. Sometimes I port into the map wrong. It's already late. But there's multiple channels, so I just channel hop. But the issue is that it's tuned really wrong. It shouldn't be doing this. So not that it should just go away, it should just stop doing that. And secondly, I was under impression that both hard dungeons and raids were not gonna fall under the system, but I suppose that's their vague communication skills again, because apparently they do, and it is a problem. Number 2. User-generated content ripping and inaction from Nexon. Players rip popular designs from one region and sell it on the other regions, and despite getting reported many times, original creator having proof that they made it and Nexon assuring us that something will be done, nothing has been done since early access day 1 yet. Nothing has been done since Mushkin Royale actually, because that is when you could start listing things. This is a problem of 1 month and 2 weeks into making. So unless you have a character in each of the region and are willing to list your items in each of the region, any person with a program can just rip your design directly off the store, remake it, and just sell it again. And I don't mean like make changes to it, no, just sell it as it is. You just press the create button and you put it on the store and sell it again. So yeah, that is a major issue. Number 1. Various login and disconnect issues. This is a shout out to people such as those in the can't log into launcher Google account issues topic. Some of these people have been stuck being unable to log in for 5 days now. While these issues do not plague me, or even the majority, I think it is important to solve these things, as this is like literally game breaking. A lot of your population, I say a lot, it's not in percentage, but there is quite a few people, like think thousands, cannot even get into the game. I have a guildie who gets disconnected from the game every few minutes, and it is not her internet connection as well, meaning she effectively cannot play it at all, and it's not getting sorted in a timely manner, and that is the issue. So then, that was my top 9 things that are going horribly wrong with Maplestory 2 right now. If you would like a top 10 list for everything that is good in the game, if you want, you can request that in the comment and I can make that very easily, because it is a fairly good game. It is just that due to their advertising strategy, you're not gonna be hearing what is going wrong or what is going behind the curtains or what is going wrong in the community unless you're involved with the community. But, you know, in the new influencer era, this is how it goes. So I hope that this video has proven useful, and I also hope that Nexon is planning to address all of this as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.